This is like episode 5, I think, of self-improvement in real life, and it's probably going to be one of the most, I don't know how to describe it, probably the most sort of useful episode in terms of when you're on self-improvement, showing that not everything's smooth and not everything kind of works perfectly. And sorry, I keep moving this camera around. I keep thinking I'm going to turn the camera off. I'm using like the back camera of my iPhone. And today it's about Nofap basically. And on Saturday I broke my 50-day streak. I don't know if it was 50 days, but I just knew it was like 7 weeks in one day, so it adds up to 50 days or something. But like I journaled a lot about it during the day before I'd done it, and I didn't do it to porn or anything, so I was quite happy with that. But on the Friday before that, or was it maybe the Thursday, I can't even remember, I did look at porn, which was a wee bit, it's like the first time I'd done it in like even longer than I've been doing the Nofap streak, so it was a wee bit annoying then that I'd done that, because I've been I spoke in the last video, I think, or one of the previous videos, but I keep just going onto the explore page and looking at girls, and then next thing you're looking at like models and shit, and then you're looking at fucking like porn, and yeah, and it is like a habit that's built up over the last few years, which I do have a wee bit of self-compassion in that area, but it is still a bit annoying that I'd done that. But I know it's a thing I can fix easier if I'm actually speaking to the girls more in real life and stuff. Then I'm not gonna be that desperate motherfucker just looking at shit all the time. In terms of the actual wank, I didn't obviously look at anything. I just basically just done it before bed on Saturday night. I was just about fell asleep afterwards. Well, I did fall asleep afterwards. It was just before bed, but I was actually well tired afterwards. But I noticed in the following days, you're always led to believe you don't get to this added energy and stuff unless you save up, unless you sustain for a while. You don't get the benefits. But I've noticed the next day I just felt normal again, and on Monday I felt just as confident and stuff, and walking around I still feel really good about myself. And that's kind of made me sort of question the whole Nofap thing, until I kind of realised that the actual original movement of Nofap on the website or whatnot that they done was to stop they call it PMO, so porn, masturbation, orgasm, and that part of I've solved. It's not about not masturbating ever, because I'm not having sex at the moment. Things might start changing now as the season comes to an end and I've got more time on my hands, but at the moment I'm not having sex, so it's probably more unhealthy to kind of just keep resisting those urges. The reason I kind of broke the streak, I was my balls were just really heavy, and just started aching, sort of a dull ache throughout the day that just wouldn't go away. So I thought I might as well just try and get this out, and actually I feel better for it. I just feel I'm walking around better, feel more confident, and I'm not got an ache in my balls, which is nice. And that's what's really opened my eyes, is once again, I've noticed it with other things, is that everything in self-improvement, whether it's meditation, whether it's journaling, whether it's Nofap, reading, all these things has a certain degree of nuance to it. You have to personalize that to yourself, but I feel you can't actually afford to personalize it to yourself unless you do the strict regime, unless you go through that process. With journaling, I had to journal every day to realize it's maybe not so beneficial for me to journal every day, rather than every few days where I can journal deeply. On Wednesdays I've got a lot of time, I can journal deeply for an hour or 2 hours, and I get more out of that than trying to rush in journaling 15 minutes before I go to bed. And it's the same with readings. I used to try and, I still do read every day, but it's because I've got the daily Stoic, so it's literally a page a day, so that's the first thing I do every morning after turning my alarm off. But things like that, I used to think, you need to read a certain amount every single day. You don't. You just need to, when you do read, I like to have like an hour or two to read, and I'll sit and enjoy the book, and I'll get through the book and really soak in. And with meditation, I still do that every day because I genuinely think it benefits me every day. It's part of my morning routine now. But it's one of those things where, like, even if there's a day that I just miss one day, I know it's not going to affect my practice. Like, I understand that now because I've went through doing it every single day. And then with a Nofap, I went through this long period of not ejaculating and not watching porn. So not watching porn probably ended up about 48 days, 49 days. I can't actually remember which day it was. But going through that long period where I didn't do any of that stuff, it taught me what I needed to know. I needed to I needed to be able to master my sexual urges. I needed to be able to have control of that. That's the kind of, I've journaled about this since like 2020, like 2 years before I even like knew what like self-improvement and stuff was. I just had this feeling of like I wanted to get rid of needing to wank, needing to do that. It's like almost like doing it as out of boredom, or because I've got nothing else to do, or because I can't fight the urges. But being able to fight those urges is for me one of the most powerful things now. I feel like I've got so much more control over my mind, and just in social situations where I'm speaking to people, like I just feel better about myself. Like there's nothing I can say that you shouldn't do it, but I feel like it will get to the stage where you realise, okay, like it is probably still healthy to bust a nut every like few weeks or something, or every week, just to make sure everything works and you're not getting fucking blue balls and shit. Because like, I mean, there's also a health thing. It's not going to be healthy to just not ever, but it's about being able to do it out of, right, I'm going to do this, rather than, oh shit, like you can't control your urges and then you just do it anyway. That's probably when you feel shit about yourself. So that kind of wraps up this episode. That's kind of all I kind of had to speak about. So yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video.